Hi, my name is Micheline, and I'm here to talk to you about the loss of my son, Bruce Levesque, better known as BJ. I lost my son on November 20th, 2014 from renal cell carcinoma, which is a kidney cancer. He got ill towards the end of 2013 and was treated at the doctor's for pneumonia. In February, he started not feeling well, losing weight, not eating, so I encouraged him to go to the hospital with me, which he finally gave in and did. Within 3 hours, he was diagnosed with his renal cell carcinoma, kidney cancer. At that point, the doctor gave us the news and then left the room and left us with this massive void. 2.5 weeks later, he remained in the hospital and they operated and took his kidney out. Everything was going well. He went through the surgery. It was a 9-hour surgery. And he went home. And the schedule was for us to come back 6 months later and for a series of tests. Canada Day weekend, he was at his cottage with his family and my daughter, and I got a call from her saying that he wasn't eating again and he didn't look well. So I took him back to the hospital after that weekend, and they expedited his 6 months tests. We were called 2 weeks later by his surgeon, who at that point gave us the news that his cancer was terminal and that it had spread to various organs. My son's first words, he looked at me and with tears in his eyes, and he said, "Mom, my kids." And he said, "I think I'm going to see Nanny before you do." So at that point, my focus turned strictly to him and to try to help him through his battle and to deal with as best as I could with what was happening to him. He passed away 3 months later on November 20th, 2014. As he was entering the hospital the last time, we always slept on sleeper chairs. And there was one in the hall, so I wheeled it into his room and he said to me, "Mom, I want you to raise funds to put sleeper chairs in each room." So we did. We were able to put the sleeper chairs in each one of the rooms, and we did that within 3 years with a fundraising event that we did. I continue that fundraising event. The past 2 years have gone to raise funds for BFO, which is Bereaved Families of Ontario, Ottawa region. So this leads me to my involvement with BFO and to talk about the grief that I lived. The first year was a fog. I skirted through every day and all I kept thinking were his last words. His last couple of months, we got to spend some very valuable time together. And he expressed some wishes to me, and I had told him at the time that I would do 2 things. One would be to fundraise, and the other one would be to write a book for his kids, not to be published, but just so that his kids could learn who his dad was. Haven't started that yet, but it's coming. His kids are still young, so I have time. So my grief, I did everything I could. I read, and I read some more. I did one-on-one counseling. I went to MapleSoft at the Ottawa Regional Cancer Foundation, and I got coaching there. My family doctor provided me an excessive amount of counseling and support. Friends. But the one place that I got the most support, I have to say, was from Bereaved Families of Ottawa. It was a place where I could talk about the loss of my son with other parents who had lost a child. I knew I didn't have to say anything because I knew they felt what I was feeling. So there was this bond formed with those parents in that closed group that was formed because we all felt each other's pain. If it wasn't for that, I don't know where I would be today, and I know I would not be at the point I'm at. I'm now at the point where I'm giving back to try to give purpose and meaning to my son's death. Supporting people that are going through grief is a very important mental health initiative. So I hope my story and the story about my son has helped someone, even if it's just one person, understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and you do get through it, but you get through it differently. You become a different person, and that's okay.